shouldn't do in your body, just either skip it or find something else to do in the meantime. We're going to start with our feet about hip width distance apart. And all we're going to do is pull the belly button in like you got a pair of pants that don't fit. I have a couple at home. I should just bring them in and I can demonstrate. Just suck in really hard. Even you can put your hands right there, pretend you're trying to get your pants on, and then relax. Here we go. Pull it in and relax. Keep going. Pull it in. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit and relax. Pull it in and relax. Pull it in and relax. And last time, pull it in and relax. You're going to take the shoulders up towards your ears and then slowly lower them down. Bring them up and slowly lower down. Let's breathe now. Inhale. I know it. Exhale. Breathe it in and exhale. Deep breathing helps reduce stress, anxiety, and guess what that does? That helps improve overall health. Oh my gosh, what a phenomenon, right? Lower stress means less visits to the doctors with ailments. And I know this for a fact because I developed hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, from stress. I reduced my stress, I quit my job, and was able to reduce my dosage, and eventually I'm going to be coming all the way off that medicine. Absolutely. Stress kills, for real. Nice. Let's go wide with your feet. Turn your toes out. We're going to do a little bitty plie, just warming up the knees. So little plie, straighten the legs. Little plie, straighten the legs. Okay, now that we've got that going, let's focus on pulling the belly in just a little bit. So it's not as hard as trying to get those pants on that don't fit, but we're just pulling the belly button in a little bit, 20% in towards the spine. All right, now we're going to start warming up those shoulders, bringing the arms out to the side and lower them down as we do our mini plie. Feels a little bit like ballet class if you've ever taken one. If you haven't, this is second position plie. Now you know. This is ballet 101. Grand plie would be much lower, okay? You'd go way down low. Let's see if we can go a little deeper and a little slower. Yes, nice. Little deeper, a little slower. Experimenting, but don't forget about your belly, right? We always want to have that pulling in about 20%. 4. 3 more. 2 more. We're going to stay here on 1. Palms are going to go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, just because it's beginners doesn't mean it's easy. 4, 5, right? 6, 7, and 8. Arms rest. Straighten the legs. Squeeze the tushy. You can even feel it. Put your hands right on that butt. Feel that butt. Squeeze. And relax. Shake it out. A little shaky, shaky of the legs. Shaky, shaky, shaky. High knees. So you're going to pull the knee up really high and switch. So here we're going to start working on coordination and balance. Also building strength in the thigh bone and the hip flexor, as well as your knee and your ankle. Four more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Nice. Okay, we're going to take a side stretch. So your right arm's going to come up as high as you can make it. Put your left hand onto your hip bone. Feel the bone with the palm of your hand. Your feet are going to go straight forward. They can be fairly close together, reaching over to the side. And then switch. Hand to the hip bone, left arm up, and reach. And let's go one more time. Reach, inhale, and exhale. Might be able to get a little deeper this time, right? And switch, reach, inhale, and exhale. And coming back to center, you're just gonna lift your right heel, feel a stretch through the bottom of the foot and those toes. So I'm actually trying to roll through the ball of the foot, keeping the toes on the floor versus coming up onto my tippy toe. I'm pressing the ball of the foot into the floor, creating toe mobility. And change. Other side. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. All right, high knees with twists. So now we're going to turn the body, bringing the knee towards the thigh as you twist from side to side. You can start off with this fairly quick, but then as you get more steady, you want to control what we call the landing, meaning you're going to land a toe roll down to the heel. Almost like you're trying to tippy toe, right? Land softly. You're on the second floor and you've got neighbors below you and you're trying not to stomp down so they don't hear a thing. I'm gonna turn it down again. I still feel like it's too loud. I tell you, the songs go loud and then quiet. Can't hear one and then you can hear one. And maybe it's just me. All righty. Nice job. Perfect. Not easy, right? All right, shoulder rolls. Let's release some tension here in the neck. All right, turning your head to the right, just do an experiment. See how far you can turn your head without strain. Just where does it stop? And then come back to center and then turn your head to the left. Where does it stop? Ideally, you want it to be about even, the same amount of rotation both ways. Let's go one more time to the right. And come back to center and to the left. And come back to center. So make sure you have enough room in front of you to take 4 small steps. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk forward very small and roll through your foot. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Then you're going to back walk, roll, lift the toe, the front toe. You're going to lift that toe up, lift your toe in the front, lifting the toe. Okay? 4 small walks. 1, 2, rolling, feel the heel of the toe roll. And 4, now reverse, lifting your toe up, lifting your toe up, lifting your toe up, and lifting that front toe. So versus stepping back and pointing the toe like this, we're going to step back and lift that toe, flexing the foot. Okay? Let's try a few more. Here we go. You can have the hands out if you need it for balance. Nice slow walks. And then walk it back. Nice. Let's go again. And then taking it back. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to take side steps. So scooting over to the side, make sure you have plenty of room. We're going to step to the side. You're going to do a toe, then heel, toe, then heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel. I feel like I'm teaching a dance class. Toe, heel, and toe, heel. Anybody take dance class to the other side? Toe, heel, like a Latin dance or a ballroom. Have you ever taken a dance class? Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, right? Toe, heel. Here we go. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Other side. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. So you might be starting to feel that right here on the sides of your legs, and the sides of your hips. Again, toe, heel, not heel first, toe first, leading with your toe. Okay, and then toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing. The feet are the same, but now you're gonna bend your knees. You're gonna go toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Side, squatty walks, little crab sides, yes, and then other side. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Knees stay bent. The lower you are, the harder it is. So you can make this as harder as it's as easy as you need for you and your knees. Let's do one more set. Nice. All right, let's grab some weights for bicep curls. That's where we'll start with the arms. So whatever set of weights you want to use. All right. So the bicep curl that I'm going to have you to do today is a hammer curl. So your palms face inward and you're going to put the weights right on your thighs and bend your knees a little bit. So if I turn to the side, you can see I'm not starting here and I'm not even going to end there. I'm going to start here and end here. I'm going to bend the elbows, keeping the elbows right down towards the ground. And then I'm going to tap them onto my thighs again. Okay. My knees are slightly bent. Belly button strong, about 20% in, right? Tight abs, like somebody comes to poke you in the belly, but you're going to stop them with your stomach. And we're going to pull up 1. You're breathing out when you pull 2. Exhale 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. So what that does is that stops the arm from coming to a complete relaxed state. If I brought the arms all the way by my side and curled up and went all the way down, I could relax between, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted you, because most of you are fairly light weighted, I wanted you to keep engagement through that bicep. So keeping it here would not give it any rest. I hope you felt that and understood that. Okay. So now we're going to go over the head. So go ahead, if you've got heavy weights, you're going to switch them out. We're going to bring them up to the shoulders and we're going to press up over the head. So if you cannot go all the way up like that narrow coming down, maybe you just go part way, okay? Or maybe you go a little bit wider. Find what feels okay to you, go slow. You're going to breathe in. When you press it up, you're going to exhale out. 1, 2, slow and controlled, makes it harder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more, and 8. Nice job. Take a breathe, relax. So now we're going to do what's called a bent over row. Here I'm going to invite you to get heavier weights than what maybe you have in your hands now for that overhead press. So if you want to change them out, I'll do a quick demo. You're going to bend your knees and hinge forward with a flat back. Once again, I'm going to pull that belly button in. We're going to bend the elbows, slide, almost like I'm sliding up the side of my leg, bringing the weights right to my hip bones, my booty, and then lower back down, versus bending the elbows and bringing it up towards my chest, okay? I'm going to squeeze the shoulder blades back and down and release. All right, slow and control. The more bent over you are, the more difficult it will be. But the more bent over you are, you want to have those knees bent, okay? Belly in strong. Feel the upper back squeezing. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze together. You should start to feel a little fire burn, maybe about rep 5. Let's do 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come back up to standing. So see if you can do your bicep curl with the same weights that you had for those, okay? So we're going to go again, palms up this time instead of hammer style. Knees are soft and your stomach is in. I've got my elbows tucked in and the weights are a little bit out in front of me. That way I keep that tension in that bicep. Breathe in, exhale, pull in 1, pull in 2. Belly strong, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can stop at 10 or do 2 more. 10. You can do it. 11 and 12. Nice job. Take a breather. You're going to put these down and you're going to grab your band. Okay. So these ones that we have today are very, very long. Okay. You're going to step on it with both feet. Oh, yep. You want the blue one that's really long. If you don't have a, give me those two shorties. Take this one. If you've got two shorties, that's fine. You can always do two shorties and you just put one under each foot. And if it's not long, just take two short ones, guys. Just take two short ones. And you're just going to step 1 foot on each band, okay? Okay. All righty. So you're going to bring your arms gently out to the side, strong core. Arms are straight, and you're just going to pull and hold. Arms are straight. So I'm not doing a bicep curl. We're just going to hold out to the side a little bit. Palms are going to go down. And release. Nice. Let's go again. Gently pressing open. And release. Nice tall stance. Chin parallel to the floor. You should feel your shoulders working. And release. Out to the side. And release. And one more time. Out to the side. And release. Now we're going to bicep curl. We're going to hold it halfway. If it's not hard enough, we're just holding it halfway up, guys. If it's not hard enough, bring your hands closer down towards your feet. Bend the elbows, and we're going to hold halfway and just hold this. We're doing basically an isometric hold, strengthening up that bicep. We're also strengthening your grip, right? You got to hold on. It's harder to do this than to hold on to your weights. And release. Shoulder rolls. All right, you're going to bend your knees. You're going to bend over, and you're going to take your arms behind you. So however you need to flip these to make it comfortable in your hands. I usually put the flippy part, the loose part towards my pinky. You're going to take the arm straight up behind you and release. Squeezing the shoulder blades, press up gently and release. It's a small movement. Press and release. You want a very flat back, strong core, and bent knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Go ahead and come off of your band. If you have a double, go ahead and just put one down. Everybody that's got the other one, we're going to go up over the head with this. So take it up over the head. We're going to do a lat pull down. You're going to keep your left arm straight, and you're going to bend your right elbow, pulling the elbow down. So you'll notice this arm has to stay strong and solid, otherwise you'll pull it over, right? So you got to straighten that arm, lock down that shoulder blade, and you're going to pull, only moving your right arm. However, the work is really done in your left. You can make it as light or as strong as you need based on how close your hands are together. The further your hands are apart, the easier it is. The tighter in, the harder it is. Couple more. What number you did? You on 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rush. Shake it out. All right, other side. Here we go. Arms come up. You got to put that arm straight up, lock down that shoulder blade, and then you're going to bend the left elbow and pull. Hi, can I help you? Oh, please, please do. 1, 2, 3. I'll try to get you a chair here. 4. Keep going, guys. 5. I'm going to get you a chair. 6, 7. Yes. 8. I can sit right here. Yeah, right here. There you go. And 10. Nice job. Take a breather. We're going to breathe the arms and we're going to come back to the legs. So now you're going to need your slider. If nothing else, you can come and enjoy the music. Today's 60s. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, so you're going to put the slider on your right toe. Now your left foot, make sure it goes straight forward. This is sometimes a challenge for people because a lot of people have a natural turnout like that, but we want to turn the foot straight forward, building strength in the most, what do they call it, correct body position. So with the right foot, you're going to point it forward. You're going to bend the knee, bringing the heel backwards like so, and then you're going to kick it forward again. So extend forward and bend, pull back. Now, if you feel really comfortable, you can go ahead and straighten the leg behind you, but that takes a little bit more skill. If you need to hold on to the wall or onto a bar, you can always hold on, okay? You're just trying to kick and slide it forward, slide it back. Sliding it forward, sliding back. Try not to put any weight on the slider other than enough to move it, okay? And let's change other side. I'm going to turn to the side so you guys can see how very little my body is moving. It's staying straight up and down. If you didn't know any better, you would think I was just standing there. And my foot is just moving underneath the table. So if I had like a table with a skirt and you couldn't see my legs, I'd just be standing here, not doing anything, just hanging. You take your focus off 1 second, see? I'm saying, and relax. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the starting foot and we're gonna circle, sweeping around. So you start with it forward, sweep behind, leg straight, squeeze the tushy in the back, sweep it back forward. Now, if you wanna work your arms at the same time, now that you know what the move is, you can grab your light weights and you can just hold them out to the side or in front like this, working the biceps, okay? I would just hold the arms out, palms up. This way I've got the biceps working. Let's do 10 of these. Sweep it 1, and 2, and 3. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. They make it look easy, don't they? Superstars, I tell you. Arms in position. If you need to change it, maybe do this time. I don't know. Let's try something else. And we sweep, squeeze, 1. You really feel that butt squeeze in the back, 2. We go for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Just move your slider and your weight off to the side. You're going to grab your ball. Have a ball. You know, I had a class called Having a Ball, and we used this ball. We used the big stability balls. We used weighted balls. Everything we used, there was nothing other than a ball. If it wasn't in the shape of a ball, it was not used. It was kind of a cool class, but you had to have a lot of space because, you know, those big balls take up a lot of space. So yeah, so we had balls everywhere. All right, so you're going to take your smaller ball. You're going to bring it down by your belly, kind of like my belly button. And you're going to gently press. Now it's not touching. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. And we're going to gently press and squeeze. I want you to feel the muscles around underneath your armpit, maybe in your back, maybe in your chest, pectorals, right? You're just going to hold the squeeze. Sing. We could sing karaoke, fitness, right? We could sing. No, stop in a name of love. We could do this and sing, yes, and relax. Woo! Now you're going to bring the hands behind you for a quick stretch. You're not squeezing it. You're just going to hold it here. If this is not enough because you got stretchy shoulders, just lift them up a little bit or a lot of it. I've got a lot of it. And release. Okay, this time we're going to bring it up a little higher. So not belly button height, up at the chest. And press again, press and hold. Now, the straighter your arms, the little more hard it's going to be. So be careful. You might want to take some of the tension out if you extend the arms out. And if you have it in closer, you can probably really grip in, push the air out. There's always a challenge. If you can push the air out of the ball, I'll give you $100. You can't release the pin, right? That's the goal. It will never happen. I will be safe for a long time. I'm never losing my 100. And relax. Nice. This time we're going to stretch it this way, up over the head, and as far back as you can go. You can bend the elbows a little bit. All right, let's do some coordination. Working the legs again. We're going to do high knees, just like a basketball player would almost do, maybe a globetrotter. You're going to pass the ball. See what you can do there. Passing the ball. And if you don't have a ball at home, maybe a block, maybe a water bottle, maybe a weight. You could take a 3-pound weight. All right. We're going to pass the ball again, but now we're going to get a little deeper into the legs. So widen the stance. You're going to bend the knees. You're going to pass the ball behind and figure 8, passing to the other. Figure 8s, bending the knees. This is really good, strengthening through the legs, through the core. Coordination. Feel the thighs burn, especially if you stay bent in those legs. Further down you go, the harder you're working, the harder it becomes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to put down your ball. You're going to grab your stretchy band. All right, we're going to do tricep work overhead. So how it's going to look is you're going to hold this into your right hand up above your head. You're going to let go with your left hand and you're going to reach behind you, grab a hold of it. All right, now I'm going to switch it really quick because I'm trying to do exactly what you're doing now. So if my arm is straight, right, and I bend it, I'm not really feeling anything. So how I'm going to get the tension is I'm going to bend the elbow and then I'm going to let that come looser. And I'm going to try to straighten it, right? Now, if I can't straighten it completely, I've got too much. So I'm going to loosen a little bit more. I want to get to a completely straight arm. All right. Now, if you have any sensitivity right here in the front, you can always bring this hand lower towards the floor, and that will take some of the tension out of that front bicep tendon. Okay. So see what works for you. 10 of those. If you've already done 10, then make your switch other side. Just a matter of getting coordinated here to do it. I tend to like the hand low myself. I think it just feels better on that front part of the shoulder, but it's kind of an interesting thing because you're strengthening it in this position, okay? But if you've got little tears there, you're really tight there, it might be uncomfortable. So just stop, fix it, or skip it. 10 of those. And then last but not least, when you're done, we're going to do a rotator cuff strengthen. So you're going to hold it fairly close. Palms are going to go up, elbows are tucked in, and you're going to keep your arms parallel to the floor. I'm going to press open, but not the elbows. The elbows are not going out. I'm keeping them tucked in, creating a rotation. So I want you to do it first really quick without holding onto both sides. I want you to see how far can you get your hands out, keeping them at this 90-degree angle. So not in here. I'm going to keep it there. So just take notice, because that's how far you need the band to go in order for this to be effective. So if I can go this far, but I have my band this tight and I can only go this far, I'm not really doing myself the work that it needs, okay? I need to loosen it up so I can get to my fullest range, which is almost out to my sides. I've got incredibly flexible. Most people can't quite get there, so don't force it, but just know where you're at and make sure that you can pull your band to that level. Okay, keeping the elbows in, elbows in. This is upper back. You want to feel behind your shoulders. You're working your biceps as well. I really want you to feel the squeeze behind your shoulders, back here. Okay. Couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Time to come down onto the floor, hands and knees. So onto your mat. Hands and knees. All right, we're gonna do some leg lifts. Glutes is really important. Most people's glutes are not working anymore because we've been sitting a little bit longer than we probably should. So you're gonna extend your right leg behind you, keep the toe on the ground for starters. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to feel like you're doing a mini crunch with your abs, just a little mini pull, tightening up the core. You're gonna lift your leg, but not so much that you relax your belly and create a back bend, okay? I've got to keep the core working here. Here we go. 10 of these. 1, 2, belly, 3, 4. This way we're working the core at the same time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, extending the leg, toe touch, stomach in. We lift 1, 2, steady shoulders 3, 4, breathing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a break. You can sit into a child's pose, stretching back, getting a stretch and relief in your hips and your back. Forearm plank. Oh man. All right, so you can come onto your forearms, and then you're going to walk your knees back, and then you're going to squeeze your tushy, tucking your tailbone under. So it looks a little bit like this. And squeeze my tushy, tucking the tailbone under. That's going to help put me in the best position with my knees down. Now, if you can do forearm plank with your knees up, you're going to keep that squeeze and to straighten the legs, squeezing now the thighs. Okay, but if you need to modify on the knees, squeeze tushy, abs in hard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take rest. 1. A plank a day keeps the doctor away. Yep. Okay, but now we have to do the sides. All right, side plank, very important, but we're going to modify on the knees. So coming onto a forearm, you want to feel strong through the shoulder and feel like it's stacked right over that elbow. You're going to use both hands to help get your hips up. Your feet and knees are stacked, but your knees are somewhat away from you, so they're not too tight in. They are somewhat away. You can use the hand to help lift your hips up, get it up there good, and then bring your hand either to your hip or up to the air. Jazz hand. Now lift the hips a little higher. 1, hold it there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you smiling? 8. Are you having fun? 9 and 10. Good job. We're going to switch to the other side. Be careful how you move, switching and switching. You can roll over. You can swing the legs over. You can say hey to your neighbor. You guys can look at each other. It's okay. You don't have to ignore each other, right? You can flip around and say, hey, what's happening? Right? Because sometimes looking at each other, it encourages you to keep going. All right, knees stacked, feet stacked, strong shoulder. Use the hands to lift the hips up. Get yourself in good, strong position, then arm up. Now lift the hips a little higher. Squeeze that bottom, the bottom side of your body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, come onto your back. Knees bent. You're going to press your lower back into the mat. You're going to flex your right heel, your right foot, heel to the mat. You're going to pull the knee in and then tap it back down. Now that's the easiest variation. The next would be pull knee into chest and then extend to a hover. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that you're not letting the back bend arch, right? You're going to keep that strong core. You're going to pull in, either tap the heel down or pull in and extend long to hover. This is 1. We go 2, hip mobility. 3, hip strengthening. 4, core work. 5, 6, 7, 8, thighs working, 9, and 10. All right, other side. Take a moment to relax. Press your lower back, re-engage through the core, knee to chest, and either tap the heel or pull knee to chest and extend the leg. We have 1. You're exhaling as you pull in for 2. We go for 3. Breathing out 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Feet on the floor about hip width distance apart. Your hands are going to come down by your sides, straight arms, palms face down. Press your lower back into the mat and squeeze your tushy. Okay, so you got the lower back pressing, your abs are working, you're squeezing your tushy. You're going to lift your hips up without letting go of your core. So it might only come up an inch. Okay, and lower back down. Let's go again. Press the lower back, squeeze the tush, lift, keep pulling in that ab. Trying to bring the lower ribs towards your hip bones, making that space in the center small, and lower down. Let's go again. Press the lower back, squeeze the tush, and lift. And the lower down, one more time, press and lift. And lower down. Draw your knees into your chest for a hip and back stretch. So with this pose, you're stretching the backs of your legs a little bit, your butt and your lower back. Both legs straight up into the air best you can. They don't have to go completely straight. They can be slightly bent. Point your toes and flex your feet, looking for a stretch in your legs. Now, if you want to work the abs, you're going to lift your head and shoulders and point and flex your feet. A little coordination. All right, because I'm one of those tap your belly, rub your head things, you're going to do right and left, alternating your feet. I'm sure I said it all backwards. Tap your head and rub your belly, right? Yes, because you want to tap your head, because otherwise you'll rub your hair and make it a rat's nest. 4, 3, 2, and happy baby. So lower down, bend your knees, see if you can touch your toes. Your knees are bent a whole lot. Maybe they even come close to the floor. You're going to avoid your ribs here. So you can get your tailbone to roll back down onto the mat. Now, windshield wipers, you're going to place your feet onto the mat, but maybe even off your mat. Okay, if you can get them off the mat wide, that would be great. You're going to roll the knees slow and gently towards the right. So your left knee should be going away from you towards the foot of your mat. And then slowly roll other side and getting a front thigh stretch. Again, rolling, getting hip mobility, stretching the thigh. You're even getting a little stretch through that little tight psoas muscle. A psoas muscle is a big deal. It is the one muscle that is connecting your lower back to your thigh bone, your femur. It's the only muscle that does that. And so what does that do? If that becomes short and weak, it can cause all kinds of issues like back pain and knee pain. And bring your legs back together, knees into your chest. A fun fact here, guys, draw your knees in. So when you're standing on one foot, and I say pull, high knees, pull your knee into your, as high as you can. You're using your hip flexors when you're lifting it to about parallel, 90 degrees. But as soon as you got to go higher than 90 degrees, that's really when your psoas kicks in and is doing all the work. Fun fact, right? All right, roll on up to seated. You guys understood that, right? Yeah. Fun fact. Just one of those trivia questions. Not that you would ever have that trivia question, right? All right, let's see what we can do. Sitting in what's called Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose, where you've got the soles of your feet together. I know, time flies. It's right. It's time. We're done. Fastest class in all the schedule. Just sitting here, if this feels good to you, you can bring the legs further out. You can pull them in. You can fold forward. You got to find what you need to stretch here. And then extending out, put the feet forward, point and flex your toes. See what you can do there. Sitting up tall and then reaching forward, low, light hamstring stretch. And then coming back up, cross legs, easy seat, best you can. We're going to take a side stretch. So you're going to bring your left hand a little out to the side, right hand's going to come up and just reaching up over. You can bend the elbow to deepen into it, but you have the hand down there to help support your body. So I am using that left arm strong. Ooh, good song. Good movie. And switch. Reach the arm up. Using that supporting arm, allow yourself to side stretch. And then coming back to center. Guys, thank you so much. Take your time getting up. We'll see you on the next time. I'm not here Friday. There are classes, but I'm just not here this Friday. But I'll be back next Wednesday for this class again, okay? So good news, if this is your favorite class, you're not missing anything. I'm here next week. Thank you guys. As always, I'd love to hear maybe one of your favorite exercises today. If you can remember. The leg